people I'm talking to at the moment don't quite understand how the whole thing actually works. It's like, so you put a site live and it gets into Google, but how does it actually get into Google? Well, the first thing that happens is crawling. Crawling is a visit by Google's remote automatic program called Googlebot, so it's called a spider. Now, the pages that are found by the spider are downloaded for later processing. A sitemap will describe to Google, well, not just to Google, to a search engine robot what your site is, the content that's in your site and the priority of certain pages within it. The priority that you can set within a sitemap, I think a lot of the tools that you need are already within the community. It's just that I think that when you redesign the website, that you'll probably have a section for tools, and this would be one of them. The site is crawled based on what Googlebot sees in your robots.txt file, which is a little file that sits at the home level of your site. All the search engine spiders look for it, and they look for it to see where the spiders can go. Indexing does not mean you are ranked for all search results. It takes a lot of time. The algorithms for Google will go through that page a number of times. And so if you're sort of trying to rank for paving slabs or something like that, there's all different sorts of paving slabs, but you might appear suddenly for stone paving slabs. You might appear for buff-coloured ones about 3 weeks later, and they might rank higher. It just takes time. A lot of stuff with search engine stuff is to be patient. Just let the whole thing just go naturally. Ranking. That's the position of the index page in search results based on a number of factors. Factors include page rank, on-page quality, and off-page factors. A lot of people will say ignore page rank. No. Page rank is very, very vital. It's essential in how Google and Yahoo and all the other search engines, they all use their own version of page rank, but the algorithms are roughly the same within them. Your on-page quality, again, how good your site is, whether you're CSS, whether you're compliant with all the different sorts of HTML and all this side of things. Your off-page factors. Who's linking to you? How popular are they? How popular are you? Is it all relevant? How recent are the links? Are they old ones? Are they all this sort of stuff? Sometimes, well, if you've told Google that you exist before it finds you yourself, the first thing it'll do is stick you into this sandbox. The reason being is it's come back down to trust. Google doesn't know who you are. It could be a porn site, it could be a gambling site, it could be any sort of site. It doesn't know who you are yet, so it's not going to index you. So this is one of the really tough things. A lot of new businesses are coming up. They get the great-looking website. It's fantastic. Put it on the web, and then they're waiting. A lot of people probably got shared hosting. You don't know who else is on that server. If you're taking really, really cheap website hosting that you find in the back of magazines, it's like £5 for a year for 100 gigabytes and email stuff. God only knows what else is on that server. So if you're using one-on-one servers and you're trying to be a UK-based business, Google knows that it's in Germany, so chances are you're not going to get into the UK results. Right, instant trust. If you want to get straight in the index and ranked very quickly, get an inbound link from a PageRank 6 site. So this is the TBPR thing we came to before. So you look in your Google toolbar, you'll see the PageRank, and you'll see one that's 6. Although there's a lot of fluctuation in toolbar PageRank, anything that's 6 and above is usually quite reliable. It's going to be decent. So if you can get an inbound link from any of your friends, colleagues, that'll basically get you straight in there.
Is PR a load of rubbish or not?
No. Toolbar PageRank is a load of rubbish. But that's what I'm saying. From TBPR 6 and above, to get a ranking of 6 on your PageRank on your toolbar, you've got to have generally a good site. Sites are being penalised. They're going down from say 6 down to 4, but 4 is still reasonable. 4 will still get you indexed within a week or two. All of these together will get you instantly ranked. I mean instantly. I mean it literally is within a couple of days. All this can happen.
So even if that site's not relevant, you could just have a link briefly.
Yeah, index and then distribute.
Yes, yeah, because you want Google to find you. You want Google to trust
Once you're
you.
indexed, then you can distribute. It's not relevant.
Yeah, you want Google to find you. If it's relevant, even better. But if
Yeah,
it's you can try and keep hold of the link. That'd be brilliant. But if you've got a site that is linking to you from a PR6 site will be being spied every single day. Google will be trusting it, and it'll say, "Okay, I know what you're doing. You're just trying to give this site a bit of a kick." That's fine. That's fair enough. However, that's only a small part of it.
This is an elaborate pitch to sell us a PR6 link.
I haven't got any.
You not?
No,
We have.
no,
We have.
not yet. I don't know. There might be, but I don't know.
Anybody want to buy a PR6 link?
There's a lot of things about DMOS at the minute that because you can't get into it, it's almost becoming worthless. Because a lot of the stuff in there is out of date. I mean, my business is in DMOS, but from about 2 reincarnations of what I was calling myself back then. And I can't get hold of the editor to change it. I mean, I'm into web design. I mean, great, fantastic. I mean, getting to DMOS into web design is fantastic. However, I can't change it, so the relevancy is pretty poor. So, okay, Google's using it, but I think Google's starting to distance itself a little bit from it, be less reliant. The ODP is an absolutely fantastic idea, but only if people will actually become editors and put sites in. Use your Google tools, use your webmaster tools, get a webmaster account. Google gives you all the tools to succeed. You've got your webmaster tools, you've got your Google Analytics, so get your analytics code in there, use your sitemaps and submit them. iGoogle. It's Google's new homepage, customizable homepage. The BBC are doing this soon and it looks absolutely bloody awful. But with Google, you can actually customize your homepage and you can have all sorts of gadgets and widgets and all sorts of weirdly wonderful things, including RSS feeds. So if you've got a website that you've got latest news on, and you've got that latest news as an RSS feed that people can subscribe to, you should be subscribing to it yourself and get all of your friends to. Everybody in here should be subscribing to each other's RSS feeds, and I can guarantee that we will all do much better from it. Pages using APIs will be indexed in hours. Now, I came across this pure accident. I was doing a site for somebody, and it was for a driving school, and they wanted to put practice areas on. I thought, great idea, unique content. We'll show excellent, places where people who are learning to drive can practice. What it is that with Google Maps, you can put some JavaScript in with the map in the web page, and it'll interact with the system, and you can put your own markers on. You can do stuff and things like that.
You're using Google Maps on your website.
You're using Google's tools. Maps is one of their tools, and you're just using it. The API. As soon as you register your key and what website you're going to be using it for, Google seems to do something with it and say, okay, you're using our stuff. If you're using our stuff, you're probably going to be a bit more reliable than this other site that's not using our stuff. But I thought that was very interesting that you can use Google's APIs and obviously get indexed practically straight away. Right, Google Local Business Centre. Make sure you phone verify, not postal. Phone verification is dead easy. All you do is give it your mobile phone number, say you verify. It'll send you a text message, and then you just key that in as your verification code. It just speeds up the process, because the postal one, 6 weeks. Ask for help. Access community. Business acquaintances. Anybody that you know. Don't be afraid to ask anybody that knows anything about search engine. In the Access community here, you've got Johnny, you've got Nisaf, you've got Gavin. There's plenty of people around who can help you. If you've got any problems with your website, go onto there. There's a couple of idiots on there, like there's in all these sort of forums. But there's also a fair number of people on like myself who are quite happy to help new people, because I'm also learning stuff myself. So I'm seeing other people's problems, and I'm learning, well, I know not to do that then. It's all about sharing knowledge and stuff like that. This is a community, and that community extends to places like that. And again, if we could build the Access community to that sort of level, there's some fantastic people who are in the community with some great advice, business-wise and search engine-wise,